Fine. So a very good morning to all of you. Good morning, everyone. Yes, yes. Good morning. Good morning. Hmm. Yes. Good morning. Let everyone join. Within a minute, we are going to start. Fine. All right. So in today's lecture, we will be starting with a new chapter, magnetostatics. Okay. We will be starting with a new chapter, magnetostatics. Okay. So everyone, write down the heading as magnetostatics. In the module number 3, you have the chapter number 5. Hmm? Module number 3, chapter number 5. Module number 3, chapter number 5, magnetostatics. Right. Write down the heading as magnetostatics. Magnetostatics. Write down the heading as magnetostatics. Okay. Fine. What are the things that we are going to learn in this chapter? Just like electrostatics, few concepts regarding the magnetism are yet remaining, are still remaining. So those concepts we will be learning in this chapter. Okay, those concepts we will be learning in this chapter. Okay, some of the words you might have already heard, but still we will see its meaning in detail. Okay, तरी सुद्धा आपण त्याचं meaning जरा detail मध्ये बाळांनो समजून घेणार आहोत. Okay, fine. But before that, let me tell you that we have covered the chapter moving charges and magnetism. Okay, moving charges and magnetism. The same chapter is also known as मॅग्नेटिक इफेक्ट ऑफ करंट. त्या चॅप्टरचं आणखीन एक नाव काय आहे? मॅग्नेटिक इफेक्ट ऑफ करंट. करंट मुळे तयार होणारी मॅग्नेटिक फील्ड जी काय आहे, इट इज कॉल्ड एज आयदर मॅग्नेटिक इफेक्ट ऑफ करंट और मूविंग चार्जेस अँड मॅग्नेटिझम. ओके, इट्स module exercise I want you to complete before Sunday evening, means tomorrow night. Okay, half of the exercise you have already done for the test, so remaining half you will be completing by the end of Sunday evening. Okay, fine. Now let us start with the new chapter, that is magnetostatics. The first concept is magnetic field, magnetic induction or magnetic flux density. Write down the first concept that they are giving is magnetic field. Write down, just simply write down magnetic field. Magnetic field, it is also called as magnetic induction. It is also called as magnetic induction. These are just different names. We simply have to accept these names. Okay, magnetic induction or magnetic flux density or magnetic flux density. Magnetic flux density. Okay, slowly try to understand. These are the three names for the same thing: magnetic field, magnetic induction or magnetic flux density. Symbol capital B. Symbol capital B. Just like electric field, you have the magnetic field. Just like electric field, you have the magnetic field. Okay, so what are the possible definitions of magnetic field? Okay, so what we are going to do is a comparison between definitions of electric field, capital E, and we are going to compare definitions of magnetic field with it. We are going to compare definitions of magnetic field with it. Magnetic field capital B or capital B bar. The very first definition of electric field at a given point. Electric field at a given point. Just give me 1 second. All right. Electric field at a given point. Electric field at a given point. E bar is equal to force acting on a unit positive charge placed at given point. So E bar is equal to F bar upon Q, force per unit charge. If you place a given charge at given point and check what is the force acting on that charge particle, then F bar upon Q is equal to force acting per unit charge. Okay, force acting per unit charge will give you electric field at that position. Okay, so this force is called as electric force because it is produced by the electric field on a charge. हा force का आलाय? Because of electric field आलाय. कुणावरती आलाय? On whom? The electric charge. So it is called as electric force. Fine. So just like electric charge, you have the magnetic pole, electric charge, magnetic pole, electric field, magnetic field. So magnetic field at a given point in the space, magnetic field at a given point in the space. So let's say at this point you want to find out magnetic field. Place a unit positive pole. Now unit positive pole means unit north pole. Positive pole means north pole. Unit means what? Unit positive charge means +1 coulomb. Unit positive charge means +1 coulomb. So unit north pole means +1. Now what is the unit of pole or pole strength? Reply me in the chat box. Unit of charge is coulomb. What is the unit of pole or pole strength? What is the unit of pole or pole strength? I want you to remember that unit of pole strength. Taught yesterday. We compared that yesterday. Unit of charge is coulomb. What is the unit of pole or pole strength? Correct, Siddhi. It is ampere meter. Correct. It is ampere meter. Fine. So charge unit is coulomb. इथे येणार pole strength. For charge, you will be having pole or pole strength, small m. Pole or pole strength. So force per unit charge, just like that, force per unit pole. It is a force acting per unit pole. It is a force acting per unit per unit pole or unit positive pole. Okay, fine. So what is the unit of electric field? With this unit of electric field is, sir, Newton upon Coulomb. With this unit of electric field is Newton upon Coulomb. And with this unit of magnetic field, will be equal to unit of force is Newton upon unit of pole strength is ampere meter. Unit of pole strength is ampere meter. People call this Newton upon ampere meter as Tesla. People call this Newton upon ampere meter as Tesla, capital T. Okay. Reply me in the chat box. What are the dimensions of B? Convert this unit into fundamental unit. Ampere is fundamental. Newton is not fundamental. Meter is fundamental. Convert this and tell me what are the dimensions of magnetic field. From this chapter, the question of unit dimension may come in the exam. Tell me the answer. I will give you 1 minute. Till then, you solve it. Just replace the Newton. Then you will immediately get the answer because ampere is already fundamental. Meter is already fundamental. Note that Coulomb is not fundamental. Ampere is fundamental. Coulomb is not fundamental. Ampere is fundamental. Coulomb is not fundamental. Ampere is fundamental. What you can do? Sir, we can replace this Newton as kg meter per second square. Here we replace Newton upon ampere meter. So what will that give us? This meter is basically in denominator. This ampere is also in the denominator. So numerator wala meter and the denominator wala meter will get cancelled. So that will give us kg divided by this second square and this ampere. This second square, this ampere. Okay, so kg upon second square upon ampere. So that will be ultimately written as kg raised to 1. This second in the numerator, that will become second raised to minus 2, and ampere raised to plus 1. No, minus 1. Ampere raised to minus 1. Ampere raised to minus 1. So with this, you can find out the dimensions. This is the unit of magnetic field in terms of fundamental units. So there you can write down the dimensions of magnetic field. There you can write down the dimensions, means square bracket B, dimensions of B, square bracket B. Dimensions of B will be what? Kg. Kg is a unit of mass raised to 1. Second is a unit of time. Second is a unit of time raised to minus 2. Ampere is a unit of current. So current, for current, let us use capital I later. Ampere is a unit of current raised to minus 1. Okay. This is the first definition of magnetic field. It is force acting per unit north pole or per unit positive pole. Force per unit positive pole or force acting per unit north pole. Unit north pole means plus 1 ampere meter. Unit positive charge means plus 1 coulomb. Unit positive charge means plus 1 coulomb. Unit positive pole means plus 1 ampere meter. That is unit north pole. Up to this, reply me CW so that we can see the second definition of electric field and magnetic field. Good. Check karo. Fine. Next. Now the second definition of electric field or the magnetic field at a given point. For that, what we are going to do is we are going to define electric flux and magnetic flux. Okay, we are going to define electric flux and magnetic flux. So let us define electric flux. Let us write magnetic flux. Let us write magnetic flux. Now let's say this is any general given area. This is a very, very small point area. Okay, at a given point we have a very, very small area. Let's say that area has an area vector like this. That area has an area vector like this. Very, very small area. So at a given point you have a very, very small area, point area ds bar. At that point, let's say the electric field is E bar. Let's say the electric field is E bar. Angle between area vector and the electric field is, let's say, theta. Angle between area vector and the electric field is, let's say, theta. Then you can write electric flux through the small area ds. Electric flux through the small area ds, that is equal to d phi, as a dot product of, by definition, it is the dot product of electric field and the area vector. That is the definition of electric flux. Okay, electric flux is equal to E bar dot ds bar. It is a dot product, so you may replace it by magnitude of first vector, पहला vector सा magnitude, into magnitude of second vector, into cos of angle between them. So E into ds into cos theta. This definition can also be used to write down the electric flux to the small area ds. If you want total electric flux over the total area, you have to integrate this equation. You have to integrate this equation to find out total electric flux over the total area. This we did in the electrostatics. Same thing we will be doing in the magnetostatics. See, now just like the electric flux, we can define the magnetic flux. Let's say we have a very small area, point area. Perpendicular to that area, you have to draw the area vector. Let's say this is the area vector ds bar. Let's say this is the area vector ds bar. At that point, let's say the magnetic field is B bar. Let's say the magnetic field is B bar. At that point area means ds bar. Angle between area vector and the magnetic field is, let's say, theta. Angle between area vector and the magnetic field is, let's say, theta. So you can define the magnetic flux through the given area. Again, d phi. Magnetic flux through the given area is equal to, by definition, it is the dot product of magnetic field and the area vector. By definition, it is the dot product of magnetic field and the area vector. Okay, but sir, these are the electric flux and these are the magnetic flux, so that might confuse. So here people write d phi e. E stands for electric. D phi e, or you can write ELE. These are the electric flux. These are the electric flux. And these are the magnetic flux. So d phi m, or you can write MAG. No problem. Now here onwards, let me use only E. Phi E. Phi E stands for electric flux. E stands for electric. Phi stands for flux. Electric flux. So similarly, next step you can write dot product can be very easily written as value of the dot product. Don't say magnitude of the dot product. Just say value of the dot product, because it can be positive, negative, and zero. It's not a vector. You shall not call magnitude of dot product. No, you shall simply say value of the dot product, or the dot product is defined as magnitude of first vector into magnitude of second vector. डॉट प्रोडक्टचं जी काय व्हॅल्यू मिळते ते तुम्हाला एक स्केलर नंबर मिळणार. इट कॅन बी पॉझिटिव्ह, निगेटिव्ह, झिरो. ओके, सो डोंट से magnitude of dot product. You can say magnitude of cross product, because the answer of cross product is a vector, and a vector has a magnitude, right? And always remember, magnitude is always a positive quantity. If it is a vector, then magnitude is always a positive quantity. Fine. But b bar dot ds bar, it is a dot product, it is a scalar product. The answer is just going to be a scalar. Okay, just going to be a scalar. Of course, it will have a unit, but it will be just a scalar. It can be positive, negative, or zero. So magnetic flux d phi m passing through the area at a given point, a small area ds. Magnetic flux through area ds is equal to magnetic flux through area ds is equal to magnitude of first vector into magnitude of second vector, b into ds into cos of angle between them, where theta is the angle between area vector and electric field. Theta is the angle between area vector and the magnetic field, not electric. Area vector and the magnetic field. Okay. Now we want to define the electric field, or we want to find out the formula for electric field. We want to find out the formula for magnetic field. So see how it can be done. Assume, or let us take an area which is perpendicular to electric field. When area is perpendicular to electric field, areas are electric field are perpendicular. Right now the area is like this, but if this area is perpendicular to electric field, in that case area vector will be parallel to electric field. Right now the area is like this, but if I rotate the area and if I make the plane of the area like this, the hand is a plane of the area. The plane of the area is right now perpendicular to electric field. This is the electric field, and to this electric field the plane of the area is right now perpendicular. So area vector will be in the direction of electric field. जर area electric field ला perpendicular है, the area vector, now this plane is an area vector. Now the area vector will be in the direction of electric field. So when the area is perpendicular to E bar, comma, then ds bar means area vector is parallel to E bar. त्यावेळी area vector काय होतो? Parallel to E bar होतो. So angle between area vector and electric field किती होणार? 0 होणार, because area is perpendicular to electric field, but area vector which is perpendicular to area vector will be in the direction of electric. Hand is a area, so perpendicular vector, area vector is a perpendicular to area vector is perpendicular to area, that area vector is in the direction of electric field. So angle between area vector and electric field will be 0. In that situation, you can write electric flux d phi e is equal to E into ds into cos 0. E into ds into cos 0. E into ds into cos 0. Now this ds is what? ds is the एरिया विच इज परपेंडिक्युलर टू द इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड. हा ds काय आता बघा, असा एरिया आहे जो इलेक्ट्रिक फील्डला परपेंडिक्युलर आहे. when the area is perpendicular to electric field. Of course, angle between area vector and electric field will be zero. Angle between ds bar and I should have written angle between, then no, I have written correctly. Then ds bar is parallel to e bar. No problem. I have written everything correctly. Then ds bar is parallel to e bar. That is angle between area vector and electric field is zero. म्हणजे जेव्हा एरिया इलेक्ट्रिक फील्डला परपेंडिक्युलर होतो तेव्हा एरिया वेक्टर इलेक्ट्रिक फील्डला पॅरलल होतो. फाइन. सो इन दॅट सिच्युएशन यू कॅन राइट इलेक्ट्रिक फ्लक्स थ्रू द गिवन एरिया is equal to electric field at a given point of the area and the area which is perpendicular to the electric field. Area which is perpendicular to the electric field, cos 0 is plus 1 or simply 1. Okay. So now you can write the electric field E as, see how the electric field is defined. Now the electric field E you can write d phi E upon ds. So that is electric flux per unit perpendicular area. This area is what? That area which is perpendicular to electric field. So electric flux per unit perpendicular area is called as electric field. Electric flux per unit perpendicular area. This area is perpendicular to electric field. So electric flux per unit perpendicular area is called as electric field. Now similar definition can be directly used here. Magnetic flux per unit perpendicular area is called as magnetic field. जसं इथं इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड इज इलेक्ट्रिक फ्लक्स पर युनिट एरिया, तसं मॅग्नेटिक फील्ड इज मॅग्नेटिक फ्लक्स पर युनिट एरिया. ओके. So similar thing you can write here also. Similar thing, exactly similar thing you can write here also. When, just keep on writing, when area is perpendicular to magnetic field, then the area vector is parallel to magnetic field. So angle between area vector and magnetic field will become equal to 0. So you can write the magnetic flux d phi m is equal to magnetic field into perpendicular area multiplied by cos of angle between area vector and magnetic field, which is equal to 0. Cos 0 is plus 1. The answer is simply b into ds into 1. That's the magnetic flux through the small area ds. So then you can define the magnetic field is equal to d phi m divided by ds. Phi m, phi means flux, m means magnetic field. So d phi m by ds, magnetic flux per unit perpendicular area is called as magnetic field. Reply in the chat box up to this clear and written. Logic clear झाले का बघा. Comparison. Everyone tell me. So that will give us magnetic flux per unit perpendicular area. It is also called as flux per unit area लाच magnetic flux density असंही म्हणतात. So the name magnetic flux density. Electric field is also called as electric flux density. Electric flux per unit perpendicular area. Electric flux per unit perpendicular area is called as electric flux density. Flux per unit area म्हणजे काय? Electric flux density. But it is already the value of electric field. So electric field चं आणखीन एक नाव काय असतं? The one more name of electric field is electric flux density. Just like that, one more name of magnetic field is magnetic flux density. Magnetic flux per unit area म्हणजेच magnetic flux density. So the name of one more name of magnetic field is what? Magnetic flux density. And one more name, additional name that the people use is magnetic induction. Okay. Don't say magnetic intensity. Electric field intensity, magnetic field intensity. No. Magnetic field intensity is something different quantity. B. Right now we are talking about B. You can call it as magnetic field or magnetic field strength, magnetic field or magnetic field strength or magnetic induction or magnetic flux density. These are the names that you can use. Okay, if you are confused in the exam, let's say you are not understanding whether it is magnetic field or magnetic field intensity, then very simple thing, you just check the unit of the value that is given to you. You just check the unit of the value that is given to you or the unit of the values given in the options. म्हणजे काय विचारले ते कळेल आपल्याला, ऑप्शन मधनं कळेल. युनिट काय पाहिजे, आयदर द युनिट शुड बी टेस्ला और द युनिट शुड बी न्यूटन अपॉन एम्पियर मीटर. एक तर ते टेस्ला पाहिजे नाहीतर न्यूटन अपॉन एम्पियर पाहिजे, न्यूटन अपॉन एम्पियर मीटर पाहिजे. फोर्स पर युनिट पोल, force per unit pole, Newton upon ampere meter, or it should be Tesla. There is one more unit of magnetic field. Okay, there is one more unit of magnetic field. Let us try to understand that unit. Okay, everyone, continue the comparison of electrostatics and magnetostatics. Let us continue the comparison of electrostatics and magnetostatics. Okay, just this comparison will be enough to know the entire chapter magnetostatics. Okay, slowly we will understand all these points. Initial first chapter you have to write a lot of things, but after that we can very easily deal with this. Okay, एकदा ते फक्त पाठ व्हायला पाहिजे सगळी comparison. Fine, so let us try to write down this formula and this formula once again. Electrostatics, magnetostatics. Electric field at a given point is electric flux d phi e per unit perpendicular area upon ds. Similarly, magnetic field at given point is magnetic flux per unit area per unit perpendicular area. So from this formula, the unit of electric field will be what, sir? Unit of electric field will be equal to unit of electric flux divided by unit of area. Now unit of area everyone knows. Unit of area is meter square. Unit of area is meter square. Now here the unit of magnetic field we will write. Here the unit of magnetic field we will write. The unit of magnetic field will be equal to unit of magnetic flux. Okay. Unit of magnetic flux divided by unit of area. Now unit of area everyone knows it is meter square. Unit of area everyone knows it is meter square. Fine. Now if you want to find out unit of electric flux, you already know the unit of electric field. If you want to find out unit of magnetic flux, you already know the unit of magnetic field. It is Tesla or ampere upon meter. It is Tesla or Newton upon ampere meter. Magnetic field unit तुम्हाला already माहित आहे. It is Tesla or Newton upon ampere meter. So just take this meter square on the left hand side. You will get the unit of magnetic flux. You already know the unit of electric field. It is force per unit charge. So Newton upon Coulomb. So Newton upon Coulomb, or that Newton upon Coulomb, keep it as it is and take this meter square on the left hand side. You will get the unit of electric flux. But we already know the unit of electric flux is unit of electric flux. What is the unit of electric flux? It is a name of one instrument. I told you the trick how to remember the unit of electric flux. Electric flux unit लक्षात कसं ठेवायचं? It is the name of one instrument as well. What is the unit of electric flux? It is the name of one instrument as well. The answer is voltmeter. It is volt into meter. Remember that. It is volt into meter. So unit of electric field is equal to unit of electric flux. Unit of electric flux is name of instrument also. It is volt multiplied by meter. Volt into meter upon meter square. Upon meter square. So that will give you meter upon meter square cancel. That will be meter. That will be volt per meter. Yes, volt per meter. E is equal to minus dV by dt. E is equal to minus dV by dr. Negative potential gradient. E is equal to definition minus. E is equal to minus dV by dt. Electric field is negative potential gradient. So volt per meter. Okay. So unit of electric flux. Always remember unit of electric flux is voltmeter. Unit of electric flux is voltmeter. Fine. Now let's come here. Magnetic field. Unit of magnetic field will be equal to unit of magnetic flux upon meter square. Now you have to remember this. Okay, there is no other way. You have to remember this. The magnetic flux unit of magnetic flux is Weber. WEBER, name of the scientist. Weber. Unit of magnetic flux is Weber. So it is Weber per meter square. Weber is a SI unit. Weber is a SI unit. So Weber, name of scientist. So W capital, B small. WB. W capital, B small. Weber. Weber is a SI unit of magnetic flux. Electric flux unit है about voltmeter. Magnetic flux unit है about Weber meter. So Weber, not Weber meter. I made a mistake. Unit of electric field is, sorry, unit of electric flux. Electric flux unit का है voltmeter. Unit of electric flux is voltmeter. Unit of electric flux is voltmeter. Unit of magnetic flux is simply Weber. Magnetic flux unit का है Weber. Magnetic flux density means magnetic flux per unit perpendicular area. Magnetic flux density means magnetic flux per unit perpendicular area, which is also called as magnetic field. So its unit will be what? Unit of magnetic flux divided by unit of area. So unit of magnetic flux is Weber divided by unit of area is meter square. So Weber per meter square. Weber per meter square. But you already know that there are already two SI units given to this magnetic field. First is Tesla, or you can write 1 Tesla is equal to 1 Newton upon ampere meter force per unit pole, or Tesla or Newton upon ampere meter, and now one more unit Weber per meter square. या सगळ्याचं meaning बाळांनो सेमच आहे. Weber per meter square also means the Tesla. Newton upon ampere meter also means the Tesla. Reply me in the chat box after this, clear and written. CW, are you getting it? Understand all these quantities with the analogy and the logics of units and dimensions. Unit dimension च्या लॉजिक न आणि एनालॉजी न या सगळ्या नवीन फिजिकल क्वांटिटीज ना बाळांनो समजून घ्यायचं आहे. दॅट इज द बेस्ट वे टू अंडरस्टँड इट. आणि हे एकदाच करायचं, लेक्चर मध्येच ते पाठ व्हायला पाहिजे. राईट डाऊन. Next. So next definition is magnetic field strength or magnetizing field. Magnetic field strength and magnetizing field. They have written the words like this. अर्थात अनेक नवीन physical quantity है. Here we have to use the words with care. Of course, ultimately in the questions we will not be having any problem because from the units we can identify what is given. Okay, unit वरनं कळते बाळांनो काय दिले. Okay. एकच confusion असते. There is only one confusion and that is also easily tackled with the help of the units. Okay. लक्षात येत नाही आपल्याला की मॅग्नेटिक फील्ड दिली आहे की अजून काय वेगळं दिलंय. If the magnetic field is given, the units will be either Tesla or Newton upon ampere meter or Weber per meter square. Magnetic flux per unit area. या तीन पैकी काहीतरी एक युनिट असेल. If you are given the magnetic field. If you are given the magnetic field. If not, it will be the different quantity, and that different quantity we are going to learn. तेवढंच confusion असते. Because you cannot use the word electric field intensity, just like that you cannot use the word magnetic field intensity for this magnetic field. Magnetic field ला magnetic field intensity नाही म्हणायचं, त्याला magnetic induction म्हणा. Call it as magnetic induction. Okay. Call it as magnetic flux density. That is also okay. त्याला तुम्ही magnetic field म्हणा, magnetic induction म्हणा, किंवा magnetic flux per unit area means magnetic flux density. Okay. So that will be the magnetic field. Now I will use the word magnetic intensity. I'm going to use the word magnetic intensity. Okay, magnetic intensity or magnetizing field. Magnetizing field. Magnetizing field. What is the magnetic intensity at a given point, or what is the magnetizing field at a given point? काय ना एक additional अजून एक physical quantity आहे. Why it is used there, we will understand. का आणखीन एक फिजिकल क्वांटिटी घ्यावी लागली आहे आणि त्याचा यूज एक्झॅक्टली कोणत्या फॉर्म्युल्यामध्ये? ऍट अ गिवन पॉइंट मॅग्नेटिक फील्ड असेल, नाहीतर मॅग्नेटिक इंटेन्सिटी असेल, ऑर द मॅग्नेटायझिंग फील्ड. सिम्बॉल आहे त्याचा बाळांनो कॅपिटल एच. its symbol is capital H. It is also the vector quantity. Its direction is same as that of the magnetic field. आणि मॅग्नेटिक इंटेन्सिटी या दोघांची डायरेक्शन सेमच असते. ऍक्च्युली दोघांचं काम पण तसं सेमच आहे. ओके, फक्त त्यांच्यामध्ये एक फॅक्टर आहे, फक्त त्यांच्यामध्ये कॉन्स्टंट आहे. and that constant is this: at a given point the magnetic field is equal to, given point la magnetic field is equal to, write down, at given point magnetic field is equal to medium चा जो काय constant है, or the permeability of the medium, mu. We know what is mu zero. Permeability of the medium multiplied by h. So B is equal to simply mu h. mu into h, or B bar is equal to mu into h bar. दोघांचं काम तेच आहे. How strong the magnetic field is at a given point हे सांगायचं काम मॅग्नेटिक फील्डचं पण आहे आणि मॅग्नेटिक फील्ड इंटेन्सिटीचं पण. Okay, but still these two are the different physical quantities. Okay sir, no problem. आता बाळांनो आपण युनिट ऑफ एच कॅल्क्युलेट करूया. B इज इक्वल टू म्यू एच. स्केलर मध्ये लिहिलं तर B इक्वल्स म्यू इंटू एच. वेक्टरचा विचार केला, स्केलरचा विचार केला, फाईन. और you can replace this mu by mu 0 into mu r, just like epsilon equal to epsilon 0 into r. Just like that, you have mu equal to mu 0 into mu r. So B is equal to, now you can replace this mu. How? Mu 0 into mu r into h. What is mu? Permeability of medium. Mu काय आहे? लिहून ठेवा ते. Everything let us write down. B is equal to what? Magnetic induction. Mu permeability. What should be the spelling? Permeability. It's okay, doesn't matter. Permeability of medium, ज्या मीडियमचा पॉइंट तुम्ही कन्सिडर करताय. परमिएबिलिटी ऑफ मीडियम. म्यू 0 काय आहे? Permeability, I think here we should have the letter E. Permeability of vacuum. Mu r is called as relative permeability of medium. ही युनिटलेस असते. म्यू आर युनिटलेस असते, बरोबर ना? म्यू ला युनिट आहे, म्यू 0 ला युनिट आहे. म्यू आणि म्यू 0 चे युनिट सेम आहे. म्यू आर ला युनिटलेस म्हणायचं आहे. इट इज रिलेटिव्ह परमिएबिलिटी. of medium. It is relative permeability of medium. Okay, what is H? B is magnetic induction. H is magnetic intensity. मी सगळ्याची युनिट पण तुम्हाला लिहून देतो. सो फ्रॉम द युनिट्स यू विल आयडेंटिफाय व्हॉट इज गिवन. Unit of B that we have already written, Tesla or Newton upon ampere meter or Weber per meter square. Weber per meter square. But if you are given magnetic field intensity, if you are given magnetic field intensity or magnetizing field, then the units will be very simple. The unit is ampere upon meter. The unit is ampere upon meter. Why? You can figure out from this formula. What is the unit of H? That you can figure out from this formula. Let's see. Because B equal to काय आहे? Mu into H. So H equal to काय असेल? B upon mu. So therefore, unit of H will be what? Sir, unit of H will be unit of B divided by unit of mu. Mu चे unit किंवा mu zero चे unit. B चे unit काय? What is the unit of B? Sir, the unit of B is Newton upon ampere meter. SI मधलं घ्या. बेसिक वाला घ्या. Newton upon ampere meter. That is the unit of magnetic field divided by what is the unit of mu or mu zero. कुठला फॉर्म्युला वापरणार? हा वाला. F is equal to दोन पोल मधला फोर्स तो वाला फॉर्म्युला वापरायचा. mu 0 upon 4 pi m1 m2 upon r square. या mu 0 upon 4 pi चं युनिट काय येते? हा फोर्स आहे म्हणजे न्यूटन, हा डिस्टन्स स्क्वेअर लेफ्टला आला म्हणजे मीटर स्क्वेअर, डिवाइडेड बाय पोल स्ट्रेंथ. पहिल्या पोलची पोल स्ट्रेंथ, दुसऱ्या पोलची पोल स्ट्रेंथ. पोल स्ट्रेंथ ऑफ द फर्स्ट पोल मल्टिप्लाइड बाय पोल स्ट्रेंथ ऑफ द सेकंड पोल. पोल स्ट्रेंथ इज एम्पियर मीटर. Pole strength is ampere meter. Ampere meter multiplied by ampere meter. So that will become ampere square meter square. Ampere meter into ampere meter. Ampere square meter square ला divide करायला. So ampere square meter square ला divide करायला. Okay. That is going to be the unit of mu 0 upon 4 pi. किंवा mu 0 जे काय असेल. Mu 0 चं म्हणा किंवा mu 0 upon 4 pi. Meter square cancel. So unit of mu 0 or mu. Mu 0 चं किंवा mu चं unit काय असते? Let us call this as extra calculation. Mu or mu 0 unit काय आलं बाळ? Sir, Newton upon ampere square. So that is Newton upon ampere square. This upon this. हे वरती गेलं की reverse. This upon this. If this goes in the numerator, it will be inverted. So unit of H काय आहे? Unit of H will be equal to Newton upon ampere meter. Newton upon ampere meter. This will go in the numerator. That will become ampere square upon Newton. आज सगळे युनिट्स, डायमेन्शन्स, त्याची सगळ्याचे बेसिक्स परफेक्ट करून घ्यायचे आज. न्यूटनला न्यूटन कॅन्सल. एम्पियर स्क्वेअर अपॉन एम्पियर, that will become again ampere divided by this meter. So the unit of magnetic field intensity is ampere upon meter. Reply in the chat box. Clear and written. A new physical quantity we defined. We wrote its formula. We wrote its unit. CW. Everyone. CW. Everyone. Check करा. Got it? Fine. Okay. Next physical quantity that we are going to define now is that also we can understand with the help of analogy with the concept of electrostatics. Electrostatics मध्ये परत ज्या concepts होत्या, in analogous to that quantity or with analogy to that quantity, we will understand the next physical quantity. We will understand its unit and dimension as well. Here also write down one more thing. Unit of mu 0. One more thing. Let's call this as 1, call this as 2. And number 3. वन मोर थिंग, युनिट ऑफ म्यू अँड म्यू झिरो अँड म्यू आर. म्यूचं युनिट काय आहे, म्यू झिरोचं काय आहे, म्यू आरचं काय आहे, ऑल दोज थिंग्स आय वॉन्ट यू टू रिमेंबर. बरं झालं तर जर तुम्ही लक्षात ठेवलं तर बरं होईल. म्यू झिरो, युनिट ऑफ म्यू झिरो इक्वल टू युनिट ऑफ म्यू equal to Newton upon ampere square, or you can figure it out from the equation of force between two poles, दोन poles मधला force. This is called as Coulomb's law in magnetism. Coulomb's law in electrostatics काय असतं, 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 q1 q2 upon r square. That is the Coulomb's law in electrostatics, 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 q1 q2 upon r square. But in the magnetism we have Coulomb's law in magnetostatics or Coulomb's law in magnetism, u0 upon 4 pi m1 m2 upon r square. From that you can figure out what is the unit of mu 0 upon 4 pi, or what is the unit of mu 0. 4 pi ला काही unit नहीं है ना, 4 pi is just a unitless constant. Fine. Unit of mu 0 and mu is Newton upon ampere square. Unit of mu r, unit of mu r कसं करणार, we know mu is equal to mu 0 into mu r. So mu r will be equal to mu upon mu 0, permeability of medium upon permeability of vacuum, just like epsilon r is equal to epsilon upon epsilon 0. epsilon r कसा असतो, epsilon upon epsilon 0, तसा mu r कसा आहे, mu upon mu 0. implies that unit of mu r काय आहे ना, mu चं युनिट काय आहे, न्यूटन अपॉन एम्पियर स्क्वेअर डिवाइडेड बाय mu 0 चं युनिट काय आहे, सेम न्यूटन अपॉन एम्पियर स्क्वेअर. the unit is equal to only number 1, एकच नंबर आहे, बेसिकली काही युनिट आलंच नाही. so that is 1 means what, 1 means kg raised to 0, anything raised to 0 is 1, meter raised to 0, and second raised to 0, anything raised to 0, anything raised to 0, anything raised to 0 is 1. so in this way you will say that mu r is unitless. हे युनिट्स लक्षात ठेवणं गरजेचं आहे. you may expect a one unit dimension question from this chapter. okay, unit dimension चा जो काय क्वेश्चन येतो तो ज्या चॅप्टर वरती येतो तो हा चॅप्टर आहे. ओके, युनिट डायमेन्शनचा क्वेश्चन फायनल एक्झाम मध्ये जो तुम्ही एक्सपेक्ट करू शकाल तो फक्त या चॅप्टर वरती तुम्ही मोस्टली एक्सपेक्ट केलेला बरा, कारण बाकीच्या चॅप्टर्स मधले युनिट्स तुम्हाला इझिली लक्षात राहतात. हाच तो चॅप्टर आहे जिथे आम्हाला युनिट्स प्रॉपरली विथ केअर लक्षात ठेवायचे. सो इट इज युनिटलेस. ओके, फाइन. नेक्स्ट, the next physical quantity, write down. The next quantity is intensity of magnetization. Intensity of magnetization. Here we have written magnetizing field as H. काय काय नाव आहेत तुम्ही नाव व्यवस्थित समजून घ्या. I am also taking care while writing and reading those names, and I am confirming that they are also writing it correctly. So I am also taking some time. So slowly I am introducing one name. Okay, or one more physical quantity we are going to introduce slowly. Write down about intensity of magnetization. Intensity of magnetization. Write down next physical quantity. Intensity of magnetization. Intensity of magnetization. Intensity of magnetization, or one more name for the same physical quantity, simply magnetization. Simply magnetization. Simply magnetization. Simply you can use a word magnetization. What are the symbols that can be used for this? Now in the module they have written I. You can use the symbol I, or you can use the symbol Z, or I have seen the books which use the symbol magnetization. For magnetization, they use the symbol MZ, magnetization. And I will prefer this symbol over this and this. So I will be writing the magnetization as MZ. And I want you also to write the magnetization as MZ. But you should remember that magnetization may be indicated with the letters I or Z. But to simplify the things, we shall write the magnetization symbol as M subscript Z, M sub Z, or M subscript Z, magnetization, MZ. Fine. Now again we will have a comparison between electricity and between the electrostatics and magnetostatics, and from that we will understand the concept of magnetization. Okay, from that we will understand the concept of magnetization. Intensity of magnetization म्हणजेच magnetization. Okay, let me check any other name they have used. No, they have not used any other name. All right, fine. So let me again make a comparison chart. Let me again make a comparison chart here. Here let me write electricity or electrostatics, ELS, and here let me write magnetostatics, MGS, magnetostatics. Fine. In electricity, let's say we have a dielectric. Let it be a polar dielectric, म्हणजे ज्याचे molecules ना dipole moment आहे, or let it be a non-polar dielectric. Let it be a polar, let it be a non-polar. This is a dielectric. If we apply external electric field, let's say capital E, to this dielectric material, या dielectric material ला जर आपण external electric field apply केली, if it is non-polar dielectric, what will happen? It will become polarized. त्यातला molecule जर non-polar असेल तर तो polar बनवला जाणार. It will be made polar. So it will look like this. It will look like this. Try to understand. Here the negative charge will be there, here positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative, positive. Because positive charge will be repelled or positive charge will experience force in the direction of electric field. So त्या molecule मध्ये जो positive charge आहे तो right ला shift केला जाईल आणि negative charge left ला shift केला जाईल. So center of gravity, listen to the words carefully. The center of mass I am not saying, I am saying center of gravity of the positive charge. म्हणजे काय, effectively positive charge कुठे आला? The center of gravity of positive charge will be shifted in the direction of electric field, and center of gravity of negative charge will be shifted in the opposite direction of electric field if the material is initially non-polar. म्हणजे initially positive negative charge separate नाही आहे, molecule जो आहे तो non-polar molecule आहे, but it will be made polar because of presence of external electric field. Fine. So that will create small dipoles. छोटे छोटे dipoles तयार होतील की नाही, negative to positive, negative to positive. So small thousands of dipoles will be created. All these small dipoles are in the direction of electric field. All these dipoles will try to align in the direction of electric field. Okay. So you can find out the net magnetic dipole moment of the substance if it is placed in external electric field. So there you define a concept called as polarization of the substance. Ha substance polarized झाला. Now the substance will have some net magnetic dipole moment because the small dipoles of the substance are aligned in the direction of electric field. They are not randomly facing, they are facing in the direction of electric field, or they are aligned in the direction of electric field. This is true even in the case of polar dielectric. आधीपासून जरी molecule polar असेल, in that case also those dipoles, initially those dipoles when the electric field is absent, जेव्हा electric field absent आहे, In that case, those dipoles will be randomly oriented. But if the external electric field is applied, those dipoles will get aligned in the direction of external electric field. So now your substance will have some net dipole moment. Okay. So you there define the concept of polarization of substance. Polarization. It is defined as net dipole moment per unit volume. Polarization of the substance is defined as net dipole moment. Net dipole moment per unit volume means net dipole moment of the substance divided by volume of substance. Net dipole moment divided by volume of substance. That's the concept of polarization. Okay, that's the concept of polarization. So here, let me continue that. Polarization. There we wrote this P. जैसा लेग फार मोठा होता बघा, त्या P ची रेष फार मोठी आहे. The leg of the P is very long for the polarization. आठवतंय का? Polarization. Net dipole moment. Substance चा net dipole moment. आता इलेक्ट्रिक डायपोल मोमेंटचा सिम्बॉल परत P चा आहे. Again the electric dipole moment has the symbol P, but it is small p. And this polarization P is capital P. So it is okay in the textbook. They will use capital P like this, small p like this. So it is possible in the textbook, not in the notebook. So in the notebook, what we do to denote that this is some different letter. So जो P आहे तो आपण फार मोठा करायचा. Polarization is equal to net dipole moment of the substance divided by volume of the substance. So the formula was this: net dipole moment upon volume. Can you recall? Reply me in the chat box. P net upon volume. Polarization, net dipole moment per unit volume. Reply me in the chat box. Up to this, is that clear? Hey, clear hai ka baga? Small c. Polarization of the substance in the presence of external electric field. That is net dipole moment per unit volume. Up to this, reply me C or CW. Good. Fine. Now try to understand. Try to understand. Now you can have the materials. You can have the materials or substances who are having non, instead of saying non-polar, I will use the words like this. You are having the substances or the materials having zero magnetic dipole moment. त्याच्या ॲटमलाच मॅग्नेटिक डायपोल मोमेंट नसतो. जसं यांचे ॲटम्स नॉन पोलर असतात. नॉन पोलर मीन्स no electric dipole moment. Just like that, you can have the substances having zero magnetic dipole moment to their atoms. असे काही substances असू शकतात ज्यांच्या atoms ना magnetic dipole moment नाही, or molecules are not having any magnetic dipole moment. Or you may have the substances who are having the atoms with the magnetic dipole moment. त्यांच्या atoms magnetic dipole moment आहे. जसं इथं molecules polarized आहेत, तसं इथले molecules किंवा इथले atoms already magnetic dipole moment असणारे असतील. Here the atoms or molecules will be having magnetic dipole moment or may not be having the magnetic dipole moment. But if you apply the external magnetic field, then ultimately magnetic dipole moment will be created for that atom or that molecule. त्या ॲटमला किंवा त्या मॉलिक्यूलला मॅग्नेटिक डायपोल मुवमेंट येतो. आता तो असा प्लस मायनस न दाखवणार नाही आहे आपण, तो आपण साऊथ आणि नॉर्थ न दाखवणार आहे. वी आर गोइंग टू इंडिकेट दॅट बाय साऊथ अँड नॉर्थ. सो साऊथ नॉर्थ, then let me do it like this: south and north. Try to understand. So the material will get magnetized Here we say material gets polarized. In electricity we say material gets polarized, but here we say material gets magnetized. Okay, so magnetic dipole moments are induced in the मटेरियल. एकतर मॅग्नेटिक डायपोल मुवमेंट तयार होतील, आणि समजा जर आधीपासून असतील तर, आधीपासून नसतील तर तयार होतील. इफ दी magnetic dipoles are not present in the material, then they will be created. Okay, and let's say if they are initially present, but initially they are randomly oriented. Initially ते randomly oriented आहेत, त्यामुळे सबस्टन्सला नेट डायपोल मुवमेंट नाही आहे, नेट मॅग्नेटिक डायपोल मुवमेंट 0 आहे. Individual molecules have the magnetic dipole moment, but they were randomly oriented. But when you place that material in the presence of external magnetic field, you know, all the magnetic dipole moments will try to align in the direction of magnetic field. त्यांच्यावरती टॉर्क येतो ना. Magnet, when placed in the external magnetic field, experiences a torque. When a bar magnet or a magnetic dipole placed in the external magnetic field, it experiences a torque, and it gets aligned in the direction of magnetic field. So now this substance gets magnetized. Here we say substance gets polarized. Here we say substance gets magnetized. So there the concept of magnetization comes. Try to understand. Magnetization of the substance. Magnetization of the substance is net dipole moment. Which kind of dipole moment is this? It is electric dipole moment. Here net magnetic dipole moment. Net magnetic dipole moment. Net magnetic dipole moment divided by volume of the substance. Divided by volume of the substance. Net electric dipole moment per unit volume. Net magnetic dipole moment per unit volume. Divided by volume of substance. Try to understand. Okay, and therefore you will write down the formula. Magnetization, here it is polarization. Now here you have magnetization mz is equal to, here electric dipole moment P net, here magnetic dipole moment M net, upon volume upon volume upon volume upon volume. Polarization equal to P net upon volume, magnetization equal to M net upon volume. Polarization equal to P net upon volume, magnetization equal to M net upon volume. Up to this, reply in the chat box, clear and written. चेक करा, कॉन्सेप्ट समजायला लागलेले आहेत का? New words we are introducing, and we are also introducing the new concept with each new word. I'm telling it slowly in the first lecture, because after this, in the next lecture and further lectures, we will be using these words. Okay, and we will be familiar with their units as well. Okay, त्यांचे units आणि त्यांचे formulae पण आपल्याला माहित असतील from the next lecture. Fine, all right. So net electric dipole moment, तसा net magnetic dipole moment upon volume upon volume. आता चेक करा वळण, unit of polarization, capital P काय आहे? What is this capital P? Polarization. Polarization. What is P net? Net electric dipole moment. Net electric dipole moment. What is volume? Volume of material, VOL. What is VOL? Volume of substance. तुम्हाला V लिहायचं असेल व्हॉल्यूमला लिहा, no problem. If you want to write V, no problem. That would be better rather. Otherwise you may ask, sir, what is this O and L? P net upon capital V, M net upon capital V. What is this V? MZ, magnetization. MZ is magnetization. M net, net magnetic dipole moment. Net magnetic dipole moment of the substance. What is V? Volume of the substance. Volume of the substance. Fine. Let's try to find out the units. Unit of polarization. The leg of the P should be large so that you can identify its polarization. The unit of P is equal to unit of P net upon unit of volume. Unit of electric dipole moment divided by unit of volume. Unit of volume, everyone knows it is meter cube. Volume se unit by meter cube. Electric dipole moment. What is electric dipole moment? One of the charge into distance between them. Electric dipole moment is what? One of the charge into distance between them. Coulomb into meter. One of the charge into distance between them. Coulomb into meter. So what is the unit of magnetization mz? What is the unit of magnetization mz? Be careful. Unit of magnetic dipole moment mnet divided by unit of volume. Divided by unit of volume. Unit of magnetization mz is equal to unit of magnetization mz is equal to magnetization. It is not m into z. It is m subscript or m sub z. Subscript म्हणा किंवा sub म्हणा. M subscript z or mz. Unit of magnetization is equal to unit of magnetic dipole moment. What is unit of magnetic dipole moment? One of the pole into distance between them. One of the pole. Pole means small m. Small m चं unit काय? Charge unit coulomb है. Pole चं unit ampere meter है. So one of the pole means ampere. So sorry, one of the pole means ampere meter. Into distance between them means meter. So ampere meter into meter. Magnetic dipole moment. One of the pole into distance between them. Plus m minus m. त्यातला एक pole m into distance between them 2l. So जसं q into 2l तसं m into 2l. Okay. So ampere meter into meter. One of the pole's unit ampere meter into meter, or let us write directly ampere meter square. That is the unit of magnetic dipole moment. Everyone knows that. Unit of volume, it is meter cube. So here try to understand what is the unit of mz now. What is the unit of mz now? Sir, the unit of mz, sir, this meter square and meter cube gets cancelled and 1 upon meter remains. Meter square upon meter cube, 1 upon meter. So sir, that becomes ampere upon meter, which is the same as that of unit of h. h चं जे unit होतं तेच unit mz चं आहे. It is ampere upon meter. Reply in the chat box up to this clear and written. काय गंमत आहे बघा. Unit of mz is ampere upon meter, same as that of h. h सारखंच आलं. So unit of h is also ampere upon meter. You can check h चं unit काय आहे. And unit of mz, it is also ampere upon meter. Everyone reply in the chat box, clear and written. CW. In this chapter, for the first lecture, we will be very careful with the units and the names of the physical quantities. Once we get familiar with these names, then no problem. Then with ease, we can deal with the questions. Tell me. झालं का बघा बाळांनो? Fine. Now, again we will have the concept of susceptibility. Okay, now the next concept is magnetic susceptibility. And again we will be having the comparison of electric susceptibility and magnetic susceptibility. That is going to be the interesting point now. Write down magnetic susceptibility. You might be remembering that chi symbol. Do you remember that symbol chi? that is electric susceptibility. The same symbol Chi will be there as a magnetic susceptibility, and there is an analogy, there is a comparison, and then I will reveal why they introduced a letter, sorry, why they introduced a symbol H. B असताना H ची काय गरज आहे? मॅग्नेटिक फील्ड और मॅग्नेटिक इंडक्शन बी आहे ना, बी इक्वल टू म्यू एच करून, म्यू तर कॉन्स्टंट आहे, परत एच का आणलाय? वाय इट इज देयर? यू विल अंडरस्टँड. You will say, sir, for the electric field intensity we have the analogy magnetic field induction. Electric field intensity ला magnetic field induction analogy आहे ना बा? Here we have electric field intensity, there we have magnetic field induction, but still they introduced a concept of magnetizing field, which is called as magnetizing field or magnetic intensity. This is electric intensity, this is magnetic intensity. So sometimes in some formula, in almost all the formula that we have seen till now, आतापर्यंत आपण जेवढे फॉर्म्युले बघितले, in that case electric field was analogy to magnetic field induction or simply magnetic field. आतापर्यंत electric field कशाची analogy होती? Magnetic field induction. Now in this formula of susceptibility you will observe that electric field is being treated as analogous to this. Electric field is being treated to analogous to this, and that has been achieved with the help of one constant between B and H, and B is equal to mu into H. B is equal to mu into H. This B depends on the material. B material ची property आहे, पण H material ची property नाही. Now what does that exactly means? You will slowly understand. ते सांगेन मी तुम्हाला, लक्षात येईल तुम्हाला असं का म्हटलं गेलंय. Value of H when there is vacuum and value of H if you place a medium there will remain same. Now what is that exactly I am talking about will be revealed in the upcoming chapters. But you may remember this, that H will not depend on the presence or absence of medium. It will be same at a given point in the vacuum as well or in the presence of medium as well. Okay, so something interesting I am telling right now. You may not be getting it, but don't worry, I will reveal it. Just don't worry. So write down magnetic susceptibility. Next physical quantity is magnetic susceptibility. Let's check the spelling. S-U-S-C-E-P-T-I. C-E-P-T-I. Susceptibility. Magnetic susceptibility. Symbol Chi M. Chi, symbol Chi is like this. You may call it as X, but it is not letter X. It is Chi. M. M stands for magnetic. M stands for magnetic. Chi M. Chi E. Chi E symbol is for electric susceptibility. Chi E. This is the symbol Chi, or you can call it as X. XM. Let us call it as XM. Okay. We know the name of the symbol is Chi. This is symbol. Its name का है? Chi. We will call it as X. Fine. Now again we will have the comparison from electrostatics and the magnetostatics. Again we will be having the comparison of electrostatics and the magnetostatics. MGS. Magnetostatics. Fine. Electrostatics and magnetostatics. Now when you have a material placed in the external electric field, try to understand. When you have a material, any dielectric material placed in the external electric field, it gets polarized. Negative charge is effectively on this face, positive charge is effectively on this face, material gets polarized. That we know, the material gets polarized. So the polarization of the material polarization of the material, capital P, see the leg is too long. Polarization of the material is proportional to external applied electric field. And there the proportionality constant comes, the polarization equal to electric susceptibility, GE, electric susceptibility into the external applied electric field. Electric susceptibility of the material into E, external applied electric field. Okay, so the same concept, if you have a magnetic material here, if you place that material in the presence of external, or if you place that material in the external magnetic field, okay, it will get magnetized. It will get magnetized means this side will effectively become south and this side will effectively become north, and it will be having some its own net magnetic dipole moment, which will be in the direction of external magnetic field. Similarly, this material will be having its own electric dipole moment, which will be aligned in the direction of external magnetic field. So, if it gets its own magnetic dipole moment, means material gets polarized. And what is the polarization? Sir, the polarization is P net upon volume. Just like that, this material gets magnetized. It gets south pole and north pole. Effectively, south pole is here. Effectively, north pole is here. So this material again gets polarized in the sense that it will get its own magnetic dipole moment. So we say it gets magnetized. So what is magnetization? Sir, it is M net upon volume. Here P net upon volume, here M net upon volume. Now, what is the polarization of the material? The polarization capital P of the material is proportional to external electric field. More the electric field, more is the dipole moment of the substance. More the dipole moment of the substance, more is the polarization. जास्त इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड मुळे जास्त डायपोल मोमेंट, जास्त डायपोल मोमेंट मुळे जास्त polarization. So you can say the polarization is proportional to external electric field. Similarly, instead of saying now here B, now you will rub that symbol. Now you will rub that symbol. Do that. And here the analogy will be different. Instead of writing electric field analogy as magnetic field, now here you write external H, H, H. What you are going to write? You are going to write H. It's okay if you write here B, but in the formula you have to write H. इथं जरी B लिहिलं तरी चालतंय बा, पण तरी सुद्धा फॉर्म्युल्यामध्ये तुम्हाला Hच लिहावं लागणार आहे. So I removed this B and wrote here H. You may see the books writing here B. It's okay, but still the books write in the formula H. Let's write. Just like polarization, here we have magnetization. बघा आता बघा तुम्हाला हे समजायला चालू होईल. MZ, magnetization. It is M net upon volume. Sir, volume तर fix आहे. So magnetization is proportional to M net. Magnetization equal to M net upon volume. So polarization is P net upon volume, but P net is proportional to E. Polarization is proportional to P net and P net is proportional to E. So we said P proportional to E, polarization proportional to E. So same thing will happen. Magnetization Mz equal to M net upon volume. Volume is fixed. So magnetization is proportional to M net. Magnetization is proportional to M net, but M net material किती polarize होणार? The M net, how much material will get polarized? Depends on the strength of the external field. How many dipoles will get aligned? That depends on the strength of external field. More the external field, more the number of dipoles will get aligned, more will be the M net of the substance, and therefore more will be the magnetization of the substance. And therefore people say the magnetization is proportional to the strength of external magnetic field, but this time it's not magnetic field B, it's H. This time it's not B, it's H. Okay, sir. And then comes the proportionality constant. Just like electric susceptibility, the magnetic susceptibility Gm or Xm. Ge electric susceptibility. E stands for electric, G stands for susceptibility. Electric susceptibility, magnetic susceptibility into H. Reply in the chat box, clear and written. Got it? Yes, no? बोला. समजायला लागले का? CW. Slowly things will get clear. ऑलमोस्ट सगळं इलेक्ट्रोस्टॅटिक्स पण रिवाइज व्हायला लागेल. I personally as well. Most of the things in magnetostatics I do not remember. I just do the analogy. Okay, whatever I have did in this lecture, it is not definitely given in the book in that manner, but I do it as an analogy. Analogy न करतोय म्हणून ते मला easily लक्षात राहते. So this notebook, the note that you are writing right now, will be very helpful for you to understand the things and to imagine the things. Okay, because one concept we have already did, we have invested time on this. So to understand the next concept, we will not begin from the scratch. It's better to do the analogy, and just with the help of analogy you can understand the things. Okay, that's a very, what we can say, good way to understand the things. Okay, just like once we understand the concept of distance, displacement, velocity in the linear, then simply we do the analogy for angular and we understand the angular motion. Okay, and that actually helps the imagination as well. Fine. There we said that more the strength of external electric field, more the dipoles will get aligned, or more the dipole moment will be produced. More the dipole moment will produce more polarization. जास्त field मुळे जास्त dipole moment मुळे जास्त polarization. So polarization is proportional to external electric field. Same thing, magnetization, M net, H. All three are directly proportional to each other. Now let's write about units. Now let us write about units. Try to understand. What is the unit of? Let's write polarization is equal to electric susceptibility into E. Magnetization Mz is equal to magnetic susceptibility into H. गंमत बघा बाळांनो. Polarization's unit काय आलं होतं? चेक करा. It is Coulomb upon meter square. P net upon volume. Polarization is what? P net upon volume. So unit of polarization, try to understand, is equal to unit of electric susceptibility into unit of electric field. Try to understand. Unit of polarization is P net upon volume. Electric dipole moment, Coulomb meter upon volume, meter cube, is equal to unit of electric susceptibility into unit of electric field. It is Newton per meter, Newton per Coulomb, force per unit charge. So this Coulomb and this Coulomb will get multiplied, Coulomb square. This meter upon meter cube, that will become meter square. Or here you could have written directly Coulomb upon meter square, absolutely no problem. Let us write that first. Coulomb upon meter square is equal to electric susceptibility unit into Newton upon Coulomb. So that will give you unit of electric susceptibility. So it's not an unitless quantity. It is having some unit, and it is Coulomb square upon Newton meter square. It is Coulomb square upon Newton meter square, which is same as that of unit of epsilon or epsilon zero. Tell me yes or no. Electric susceptibility is a unit. Epsilon zero च्या unit बरोबर बाळांनो माझं match व्हायला लागले. Check whether yours or not. Unit of epsilon zero. It is also Coulomb square upon Newton meter square. So You tell me, you confirm this. Okay. We are not going to remember this. We can figure out units on our own whenever required. But whatever the things we are revealing here, we are just writing them. Electric susceptibility. Its unit will be same as that of epsilon 0. Check whether we are right or wrong. Now let us try to find out. Let us try to figure out unit of magnetic susceptibility. It will be unit of mz. Magnetization is equal to unit of xm, magnetic susceptibility, into unit of h. So unit of magnetization, you can check, we figured that out. It was ampere upon meter, is equal to unit of xm, magnetic susceptibility, or Gm. Unit of h, that also we figured out. It is ampere upon meter. Okay. Ampere upon meter will get cancelled. So ampere upon meter divided by ampere upon meter is equal to unit of magnetic susceptibility. Okay. So what is the unit of magnetic susceptibility? So unit is 1. Unit 1 आहे. त्याला काय परत पुढे काही वेगळं युनिट आलंच नाही. Unit 1 means anything equal to 1 means what? Sorry, 1 equal to what? Anything raised to 0. So kg raised to 0, meter raised to 0, and second raised to 0. So unit of magnetic susceptibility. Sir, it is unitless. It is unitless. Try to understand. Reply me in the chat box. Electric susceptibility is not unitless, but magnetic susceptibility is unitless. CW. Check. Check kara. Magnetic susceptibility is going to be unitless. Electric susceptibility has unit. Tell me. Done. CW. Understand the units. Units part as well. It's a unit ampere upon meter. MZ is a unit ampere upon meter. Fine. So have you attempted yesterday's test? Yes. Good. फॉर्म्युले सगळे लिहिता आले का बघा. जेवढे डेरिवेशन सांगितले होते ते करता आले का बघा. डेफिनेशन्स होत्या, डेरिवेशन्स होते आणि फॉर्म्युले होते. आणि फॉर्म्युले पाठ झाले की न्यूमरिकल्स येतात. आणि न्यूमरिकल्स यू आर डुईंग एव्हरी डे. एमसीक्यूज मध्ये काय करतोय आम्ही? न्यूमरिकलच करतोय ना, आणि काय. So that practice is already being done. The practice that remains is for derivations, definitions, and the formulae that I am doing from the board's tests, right? Fine. So tell me, are the things taught in today's lecture clear to all of you? Some new things, new words, new units we discovered today. Are all the things taught in today's lecture clear to all of you? हे सगळं क्लिअर व्हायला पाहिजे. ओनली फॉर दॅट पर्पज आय टॉट व्हेरी 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 विथ अ व्हेरी व्हेरी स्लो स्पीड. पण हे सगळं व्यवस्थित कळणं गरजेचं आहे. आता एकदा याचे युनिट क्लिअर झाले ना बाळांनो, यू सी फ्रॉम द नेक्स्ट लेक्चर you will be very easily dealing with these things. Okay, fine. So guys, we are going to stop at this point. Remaining things we'll see in the next lecture. Chalo, bye bye everyone. Let me end this lecture at this point. Have a good day. Study hard for the upcoming exams. On this Sunday there will be test, not tomorrow but in the upcoming Sunday, right? I will tell the syllabus tomorrow. Okay, chalo, bye bye everyone. Let me end the lecture.